Hello everyone. In today's lecture, we will do some more practice questions based on indefinite integrals. In the last lecture, we had covered till question number 6. So in today's lecture, we will start from question number 7 and we will go till 12. The images used in our slide deck are for educational purposes only. We respect the intellectual property rights of the original creators and owners of these images. If you are the owner of any of the images used in this deck and have any concerns or issues, please contact us at sathi@iitk.ac.in and we shall remove the images. So first question number 7 is we have to find integration of log x minus 1 upon log x plus log x minus 1 upon 1 plus log x square whole square dx is equal to. We have to find basically this integrals. Okay. So the hint of this question is see. So we can separate log x minus 1 square. It will be log x square plus 1 minus 2 log x, right? Upon 1 plus log x square, right? Clear? After that, 1 plus log x square and minus 2 log x will be separated out. Clear? After that, we will do separation according to the necessity and need of this question, right? So in this way, you try to approach this question. Okay, you have 10 seconds to solve this question. After 10 seconds, we will discuss the solution. Okay, let's move to the solution part. See, we are given and we have to find basically integration of log x minus 1 upon 1 plus log x square whole square dx. As we have discussed, log x minus 1 square can be written as log x square plus 1 minus 2 log x upon log x square plus 1 whole square dx. Now integration of log x square plus 1 minus 2x into minus 2 log x can be written as minus 2x into log x into 1 by x dx upon log x plus 1 log x square plus 1 whole square. Now see this thing, this above thing can be written as d upon dx of x upon log x square plus 1, right? Can be written as x upon log x square plus 1. So differentiation of log x upon log x square plus 1, integration of differentiation of x upon log x square plus 1, right? Therefore, the solution will be the final answer will be x upon log x square plus 1 plus c will be the right choice. Okay. So I think option A is the right choice. Got it? Option A is the right choice. Fine. Okay, let's move to the next question. Question number 8, which says if root over x plus root over x square plus 5 is equal to root over x plus root over x square plus 5 dx integration is equal to p into x plus root over x square plus 5 to the power 3 by 2 plus q upon root over x plus root over x square plus 5, right? Clear? So now the hint of this question is equal to c. Then we have to find the value of 3pq. Clear? So the hint of this question is how we can approach this question. We can try to do some substitution, right? If we apply some substitution, we will definitely reach to the answer part, or we will take something common, right? Most probably, substitution will be the right choice. Clear? Okay. So you have 10 seconds to think about and solve this question. After 10 seconds, we will discuss the solution. Okay, let's move to the solution part C. As we have discussed, I is given as integration of root over x plus root over x square plus 5 dx. As we have said that we have to substitute x plus root over x square plus 5 is equal to t, right? Therefore, root over x square plus 5 can be written as t minus x. Clear? Now, by squaring both sides, we will get x square plus 5 is equal to t square plus x square minus 2xt. Clear? Now x square and x square will be cancelled out. Therefore, 5 is basically t square minus 2xt. Therefore, 2xt is equal to t square minus 5. Right? So x is equal to 1 by 2 into t minus 5 by t. Therefore, dx will be 1 by 2 into 1 plus 5 by t square. Right? Therefore, I can be written as 3. See, replace x in terms of t. Right? So it can be written as uh, t to the power 1 by 4 of 2 into uh, t to the power 1 by 2. This term is t. Right? So root over t. That means t to the power 1 by 2, and dx can be written as 1 by 2 into 1 plus 5 by t square dt. Right? Let's take 1 by 2 out as this is constant. So integration of 1 by 2 out 1 by 2 integration t to the power 1 by 2 plus 5 t to the power minus 3 by 2 dt. So after integrating this, you will get 1 by 2 into 2 by 3 to the power 2 by 3 t to the power 3 by 2 minus 10 by root t plus c. Right? And by adjusting and simplification, you will get I as 1 by 3 t to the power 3 by 2 minus 5 upon root t plus c. Now you can compare this equation with this one. This one, see, you will get p as 1 by 3 and q as minus 5. P as 1 by 3 and q as minus 5. So therefore, clearly 3pq will be equal to minus 5. Right? 3pq will be equal to minus 5. Got it? So I think option D is the right choice. Minus 5. Clear? You just need to substitute. In this question, you just needed to substitute x plus root over x square plus 5 as t. Right? Okay, let's move to the next question. Question number 9, which says integration of dx upon cos x minus sin x is equal to c. And again, the hint of this question is, see, we can try to break this cos x minus sin x in terms of uh, cos x minus pi by 4, cos of pi by 4 minus x like this, by dividing and multiplying by root 2 and 1 by root 2. Clear? Root 2 by dividing and multiplying by root 2. After conversion of the form cos pi by 4 minus x, you can easily take integration of c. If the denominator will be cos of x minus pi by 4 or pi by 4 minus x, then it will be go in numerator with sec of pi by 4 minus x. In this way, you can apply this question and you know the formula of integration of sec x, right? Right. So you have 10 seconds to solve or think about this question. After 10 seconds, we will discuss the solution. Okay, let's move to the solution part C. I is basically 1 by root 2, as we have discussed. Integration of dx upon 1 by root 2 cos x minus 1 by root 2 sin x, right? Therefore, it is equal to 1 by root 2 integration of sec of x plus pi by 4 dx, which is equal to 1 by root 2 log mod tan pi by 4 plus the integration of sec theta is basically log mod tan theta by 2, right? Therefore, it will be log mod tan pi by 4 plus theta by 2, right? Like this, clear? So it will be equal to 1 by root 2 log mod tan pi by 4 plus x by 2 plus pi by 8 plus c, right? So after adjusting this, you will get I as 1 by root 2 log mod tan x by 2 plus 3 pi by 8 plus c, clear? So I think option D is the right choice. Option D is the right choice. Got it? Okay, let's move to the next question, question number 10, which says, question number 10 says, you have to find integration of sine to the power 8x minus cos to the power 8x upon 1 minus 2 sine square x cos square x dx is equal. So again, the hint of this question is, see, sine to the power 8x minus cos to the power 8x can be written in the form of uh, some cos 2x or sine 2x type, right? Clear? So you can convert. See, you know that cos square theta minus sine square theta or sine square theta minus cos square theta can be written as minus of cos 2 theta like this. Clear? So you will try to convert this integration into some form of cos 2 theta or sine 2 theta like this, right? In this way, you can approach this question or try to think about this question. You have 10 seconds to solve or think about this question. After 10 seconds, we will discuss the solution. Okay, let's move to the solution part C. As I can be written as integration of sin to the power 8x minus cos to the power 8x upon 1 minus 2 sin square x cos square x dx. Now, sin to the power 8x minus cos to the power 8x can be written as sin to the power 4x plus cos to the power 4x into sin to the power 4x minus cos to the power 4x upon. It can be written as sin square x plus cos square x whole square minus 2 sin square x cos square x, right? Now, it can be written as C. Sin square x plus cos square x whole square minus 2 sin square x cos square x can be written as sin to the power 4x plus cos to the power 4x, right? Because a plus b all square minus 2ab is basically a square plus b square, clear? Therefore, sin to the power 4x plus cos to the power 4x will be cancelled out with numerator and the denominator. Therefore, I is equal to integration of sin to the power 4x minus cos to the power 4x dx. Now, sin to the power 4x minus cos to the power 4x is basically, again, we can apply the formula of a square minus b square is equal to a plus b into a minus b. Therefore, sin to the power 4x minus cos to the power 4x can be written as sin square x plus cos square x into sin square x minus cos square x. And sin square x plus cos square x is 1, right? Therefore, I is basically integration of sin square x minus cos square x dx. Therefore, it is equal to integration of minus cos 2x dx. Integration of minus cos 2x dx, right? Which is equal to minus of sin 2x upon 2 plus c. Minus of sin 2x plus 2 upon c. Got it? So, I think option B is the right choice. Minus 1 by 2 sin 2x plus c. Got it? Let's move to the next question. Question number 11, which says integration of cube root of x plus root over 2 minus x square into 1 minus x root x into root 2 minus x square to the power 1 by 6 upon cube root of 1 minus x square dx when x is between 0 to 1 is equal to. So, see, by observing this question, you can see that it is looking very lengthy question. So, you can apply some substitution, right? If you apply some substitution, you can easily break this equation to a simplified form. And what substitution we can apply, you need to think about this, right? Clear? See, whenever you will see such a lengthy question, you will try to apply substitution or try to simplify the things so that you can get the simplified equation to do the integration, right? Okay. So you have 10 seconds to solve or think about this question. After 10 seconds, we will discuss this. Okay, let's move to the solution part C. We have to basically find integration of root over integration of cube root of x plus root over 2 minus x square into 1 minus x root over 2 minus x square to the power 1 by 6 dx upon root of cube root of 1 minus x square. Now, see, we can do simplification by see, we have taken 1 by 2 common, so it will be 2 minus 2x root over 2 minus x square, right? So, next step, this can be written as c. This whole term will be same, and this can be written as sixth root of x square plus root over 2 minus x square whole square minus 2x root over 2 minus x square upon 2. Clear? You can see that c 2 can be written as c. This is equal to 2. 2 can be written as x square plus root over 2 minus x square whole square, right? Because root over 2 minus x square whole square will be 2 minus x 2 minus x square, and x square and x minus x square will cancel out to become 2, right? And this minus 2x root over 2 minus x square will be as it is. Now, see, and in the denominator it will be 1 minus x square cube root of 1 minus x square. Now, it can be written as cube root of x plus root over 2 minus x cube. 2 minus, now see, it is basically x square plus a square plus b square minus 2ab. So it can be written as a minus b whole square. So sixth root will become cube root, because this inside this equation will become uh, root over 2 minus x square minus x whole square and to the power sixth root. Therefore, the final equation will become cube root of x plus root over 2 minus x square into cube root over 2 minus x square minus x dx upon, see, this 2 to the power 1 by 6 will be going new denominator upon 2 to the power 1 by 6 cube root of 1 minus x square, right? Now see, if you take cube root of whole thing, you will see that x plus a plus b into a minus b, a plus b into a minus b, right? Which can be further broken as cube root of 2 minus x square, right? 2 minus x square upon 2 minus x square upon 2 to the power 1 by 6 cube root of 1 minus x square, right? 1 minus x square. Now, when you will take see, the above numerator can be written as 2 minus 2 x square, 2 minus 2 x square, right? Now, 2 to the power 1 by 6 can be taken as common, 2 to the power 1 by 3, 2 to the 2 taken as common inside the inside the cube root, and when 2 will be out of the cube root, it will be 2 to the power 1 by 3, and in the denominator it is 2 to the power 1 by 3, 1 by 6, right? So numerator will become 2 to the power 1 by 3 minus 1 by 6, that will be 2 to the power 1 by 6, and this will be cancelled out, right? So 2 to the power 1 by 6 integration of dx, clear? So this will become 2 to the power 1 by 6 x plus c, clear? So in this way you have to apply the simplification methods uh, to make this integration in a simplified form, right? So that you can easily approach this question. Okay, got it? So you can easily say that after simplification, it just become integration of dx, right? And that was the complex and lengthy integration. And after simplification and further expansion, this integration comes as simplified as possible, right? Clear? So final answer is 2 to the power 1 by 6x plus c. So I think option A is the right choice. A is the right choice. Okay. Okay, let's move to the next question. Question number 12, which says C. Again, it is looking like a very lengthy question. Integration of cos 6 plus 6 cos 4x plus 15 cos 2x plus 10 upon 10 cos square x plus 5 cos x cos 3x plus cos x cos 5x dx is equal to fx plus c. Then f10 will be equal to. So first you need to find fx, right? Then after you will be able to find f10. Fx can be found by integrating this. Now see, as this is looking very lengthy, so directly integrating this thing will not be feasible, right? Because it is not integrable directly, right? So you can you can convert. See, you can simplify. The hint of this question is you can simplify numerator and the denominator in such a form that some parts of numerator and the denominator will cancel out. You can write 6 cos 4x and 15 cos 2x in such a way that two things become common, right? And some multiplication things will come, which will be cancelled out with the denominator, right? So try to apply that thing. Try to break 6 cos 4x and 15 cos 2x in such a way that something common might take place, right? Okay, in this way you try to approach this question. You have 10 seconds to solve and think about this question. After 10 seconds, we will discuss the solution. Okay, let's move to the solution part C. Integration of cos 6x plus 6 cos 4x plus 15 cos 2x plus 10 upon 10 cos square x plus 5 cos x cos 3x plus cos x cos 5x dx. Now see, 6 cos 4x can be written as cos 4x plus 5 cos 4x, right? And 15 cos 2x can be written as 10 cos 2x plus 5 cos 2x, right? Now see, 1 cos 4x will come with this, and 5 cos x cos 4x will come with this, because we can take 5 as common, right? And 10 cos 2x will come with this 10, so that we can take 10 as common, right? So it is cos 6x plus cos 4x plus 5 times cos 4x plus cos 2x plus 10 times cos 2x plus 1 upon the denominator will be same. Now it can be written as C. Cos 4x plus cos 6x can be written as, can try to apply sum to product formula, sum to product formula, which will be 2 cos 5x into cos x. Now you can again try to apply sum to product formula. So cos 4x plus cos 2x can be written as 2 cos 3x into cos x, which can be written as 10 cos 3x into cos x. Now cos 2x plus 1 can be written as 2 cos square x, which can be written as 10 into 2 cos square x, right? So after further simplification, you can see that, see, you will you can, if you take 2 as common, you take 2 as common, you can easily say that, see, this numerator and the denominator will cancel out. See, 10 cos square x, 10 cos square x, right? Here 10 cos square, 2 is taken out common. 5 cos 3x cos x, so 5 cos x cos 3x, and cos 5x cos x cos 5x cos x, right? So final integration will be 2 integration of dx. See, after simplification, it's just it just becomes c x dx, right? So final integration becomes I is equal to 2x plus c. 2x plus c. Now we have to find f10. Clear? Let us assume c as equal to 0. C as 0. So f10 will be, since 2x, f10 will be 2 into 10, which is equal to 20. Right? So f10 will be 20. Right? So 20 is the right answer. Okay. So option A is the right choice. Okay. So in this way, you can approach different types of questions. Hope you understand all the concepts behind these questions, right? And hope you will be able you will be able to approach and try to approach more types of question like this. Okay. So and hope you like the lecture. Okay? Thank you so much.